Get mantra tracks and healing MP3s at JasonGallant.ca.
So recently I got an opportunity to work with a few of Arathi Ma's students in the Wisdom Life School. So if you're interested in doing a formal course in enlightenment and all that kind of thing, Arathi Ma offers that at arathima.com. It's called the Wisdom Life School, and there's some pretty interesting people in that school, but a lot of different conversations came up. A lot of different conversations came up over the week or so that I spent with many of the people, and there have been many circumstances that I have encountered in my life where I have learned many things from the integration of the mantra and meditation disciplines and the realizations that have come over me and made me into this thing that I am now. So what I'm going to say is, a lot of times people associate love with giving. They associate love with giving and charity and service to others. And I would say they are right. Giving to others and giving of yourself, forgetting your own drama, forgetting yourself, and just serving movement of your own heart is incredibly powerful. So I'm 100% on board with that. But where I see people get really stuck is when it comes to receiving. Now you'd say, well, that doesn't make sense, because a lot of people are always asking for what they want. They want this, they want this. They want more abundance, more food, more health, everything. I mean, human beings are just born to want. I mean, it's part of our survival mechanism in some cases, and that's why the enlightenment process is about overcoming the ego desires and embracing the truest desire, which is absolute freedom and fulfillment in this moment, right here, right now, which is found in the self. But one place where I find people get stuck is that they don't want to receive, so then they don't even receive their own enlightenment. Because the ego wants to stay separate. The ego doesn't want to give up on itself. It wants to say, no, I want to do everything myself. So a lot of people get stuck in their own ego, so they can't even work with a spiritual teacher, because instead of embracing the transmission that is coming towards them in the space, they want to understand it. They want to know the information around it instead of embracing the reality of it. And it's the same thing with physical abundance. Many people want more money or finances or prosperity in their life so that they can survive, take care of their family, and so forth. But when it comes down to receiving, a lot of times there are stipulations on receiving. How many times have you heard somebody say, well, I can't take that from you. I mean, I've got some pride, I've got, there are all these reasons why people say, I have to do everything myself, I have to survive on my own, I have to do everything myself. Well, I just want to be clear about this. That is definitely the ego talking. That's the ego saying, I want to make sure that I know how to do everything, so that the next time I need to take care of myself, I better, have all these rules and instincts and skills in place to make sure I don't have to depend on anyone. Because depending on everyone means I got to let these people in, and letting these people in makes me weak. And when I'm weak, that means I have to surrender, and I don't want to surrender. So the enlightenment path is all about surrendering. It looks so powerful from the outside. A lot of times people will see somebody that is supposedly enlightened or in some sort of state of realization, and they'll say, wow, that person, they don't need anyone. That person's just so independent, they don't need anyone. But the difference is between that person and possibly you is that that person is able to receive from any doorway that life will come through. They're not saying, oh no, I have to be on my own. I can't receive this food from you right now because I need to go earn it on my own to make sure that everybody in the world knows that I'm important and that I can do it myself. You see, that's all pride speaking. That's not necessarily survival or practicality, because no one can be an expert at everything. We know that. No one can. I mean, there's only so much information you can fit in the human brain, and depending on where you were born and depending on your genetic limitations or whatever, I mean, there are certain blind spots for you. So there's nothing wrong with accepting help. There's nothing wrong with allowing in the love in whatever way it may come. And then you can share that love with others. You have to receive in order to be able to give, and giving helps you receive. It's really a two-way street. You have to breathe in and breathe out. Like I always say, you have to breathe in and breathe out. It can't be just constantly breathing out. I mean, it might look more glamorous, I guess, but at some point you run out of breath. It's the same thing with prosperity. So there's a balance in all things. It's about embracing the balance. And anywhere where you have a power game going on, and that's what I'm really speaking about here, is that a lot of times when people don't want to receive, it's because they have a power game going on. And that power game is keeping them from experiencing love and fulfillment in this moment. They don't want, I guess you could say, God or the universe in this moment. They don't want that because that means they will be dependent on some higher intelligence. But the truth is, there is a higher intelligence. You didn't manufacture this physical body that you're walking around in. There is an intelligence that manufactured that for you. You didn't make it. So you are born dependent, and you will be dependent till the day you die, and then some. But when you understand that dependency isn't slavery, it's just the embracing the isness of all, then it's not a scary thing. Dependency on a master that enslaves you, that is different, right? This dependency leads you to freedom. It's just a constant allowing in of all the gifts of the universe so that they become your own. You see, this is the difference. So if you want to play the ego game, you'll be forever trapped in the ego and forever trapped in its limitation and the suffering that is in the ego. But if you wish to go beyond that, you need to be able to receive all that the universe is trying to give you at all times. Trees, I mean, I'm sitting under a tree right now, it's giving me shade. The wind is giving me a nice breeze and coolness and a nice scent off the lake, right? These things are being given to me. When you understand that everything in your life is given to you and that you didn't earn any of it, then you realize that dependency is just your natural state. It isn't because there's something wrong with you. So this is where the embracing of receiving can really assist you with freedom. Everything is all here for you. It's been given to you. It's just, if you have pride, you're probably turning a blind eye to it. How many times have you seen friends or people you know not accept help because they want to stay separate? It's not so much important about the external circumstance as what it looks like on the inside, because on the inside, when they're not accepting, they're also not allowing in this energy of life, this love that someone is trying to give to them. They're not letting that in, they're shutting that out. So remember, if you wish to serve the world, it's okay to receive too. You're receiving my video right now. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helps. Take care for now.